So Ron, tell me about this book experience.
Yeah, well, first to tell you a little about myself, where I came from a family that escaped the Vietnam War, and what I realized at a young age is that my parents made a lot of sacrifices for me, and I wanted in return to take care of them. So as a student in school, I had these high aspirations and dreams, and when I got to school, it was a little different from what I expected. You know, when I got to school, I sat in classes, and many times I had to think to myself, when am I ever going to use this in my life? You know, my GEs, you know, when you go through it, you're thinking, man, this doesn't apply. So I got so frustrated because I had to deal with just real-life challenges of being a young person. You know, dealing with roommates I didn't get along with, or you know, figuring out a direction in life, what major I wanted to do, or what did I want to do with my life. And I wasn't learning this in class, so I had to make a decision to learn it on my own. So what eventually happened, I actually went out and spent my own money to buy other books, to go to other seminars on goals, on leadership. I hung out with people who are twice my age, learning from business leaders, political leaders, and world leaders on the different skills I need to succeed in the real world. What eventually happened, you know, while I was a student in college, I started my own real estate investing company. When I graduated, I worked with my dream company, where I did a lot of consulting work with different companies on business and in personal life. And what happened eventually was I decided to write a book about this, not because I know everything, but rather I wish that someone taught me all this while I was in school. So I decided to write a book. It's called Succeeding in the Real World, What School Won't Teach You. Again, it's not the be-all, end-all, but rather it's something that I wish I had, and I want to give it as a manual, or rather better, a guide for college students who are leaping into the real world. Because I know how scary it is. I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't have the smoothest transition, but because of the experience I had in college, where I put myself in the real world, I had a smoother transition than many of my other college graduates.